gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video. Alright guys, so I wanted to play this video because it's actually going viral, because this is a famous TikTok teacher, and he is essentially doing a world tour on major liberal media, daytime shows, and he's speaking on the education of the children and whatnot, and he's a teacher in Dallas, Texas. But he reveals that most of these students, and these are black students that he's talking about, have no idea or concepts of a very basic topic in our culture, which are rather shapes, right? Geometry. That's what we're talking about here. And he is literally detailing and showing proof and evidence that black kids cannot accurately identify shapes. You know, triangles, right? Squares, circles. All of these things are tripping the community up in the classroom. So don't take my word for it. Listen to an educator.
So basically what we're saying is nobody in this class has a understanding of shapes. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 33. 5 out of 33 have a concept of shapes. We're talking squares, rectangles, triangles. That's all we haven't even gotten to the next. Oh my God, we haven't even got to the hard shapes yet. I haven't asked y'all to pull out a calculator. I haven't asked y'all to multiply. I haven't asked y'all to add. I haven't asked y'all to subtract. I haven't asked y'all to do anything but identify shapes. What shape is this when you cut it in half? What shape is this when you cut this in half? No. I'm just hush. Just hush. I literally have not. This is the first question where they ask y'all to calculate the area. Mind you, if you're paying attention, books with the answers right on them. This is not even a try it question. This is an example from the book. And only 5 people can give me the answer out of 30-something people, out of 30-something kids. And again, nobody's asking y'all to calculate, multiply, divide, add, subtract. I asked y'all to identify shapes.
And these are 7th grade students. 7th grade.
And we can't get 13-year-olds to identify triangles, squares, and rectangles. This is literally the only class all day who cannot identify shapes. So, tonight, for homework, I'm gonna need you guys to draw shapes. Draw shapes so we can understand what shapes are. Because I see we have to start at the very basic. At 12 and 13, we can't even go into area of a square, area of a triangle. If we can't even identify a square, if we can't even identify a triangle, it's kind of hard.
Wow. What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time. All right, guys, so obviously we saw the video there, and I'm gonna tell you what, the community was not happy with this man. The community is not happy with him. So he makes a response video explaining himself and why he took that tone with the children and what his intentions were about making that video, but I want you guys to watch and see exactly what gripes the community had with this man. And I'm going to tell you exactly why we aren't advancing as a race, because we aren't willing to take group accountability and, you know, take responsibility for the education of the next generation.
What's up, y'all? Hey, let me make. Is it safe for me in here? Weekend has been pretty crazy. I've been pretty busy, booked with daytime TV, advocating for our youth per usual. And y'all know what happened this weekend. I wanted to take the weekend to read y'all comments, you know, take some constructive criticism, and not just respond just to be combative, you know, not just responding back to what y'all had to say. I wanted to take some of that feedback in, and you know, there's always room for growth. Like, no matter what, there's always room for growth. So first things first, I want to go ahead and apologize. Yes. Ooh, not apologies. You can't never tell somebody how you made them feel.
So he's apologizing, but he really did the right thing on exposing the mind frame and the mindset of the modern people in the community.
You know what I'm saying? So if my tone and how I was talking made you feel a type of way, I do apologize for how I made you feel. That was never my intention. My intention is never to be condescending and rude. I literally don't even hear it. I just be talking sometimes, but I do apologize. Second thing, I feel like y'all more so have an issue with me and my tone and demeanor than the actual issue that I'm showing y'all in real time. I am actually quite literally on a daily basis showing y'all how far behind or how big the gap is. And you could say, teach them. It don't work like that. We still have our own curriculum to get through. So how can I go back 4 years and expect them to get fluency like that and then try to, on top of that, add on? It does not work like that.
Yeah, and with the current curriculum, he can't backtrack and then have other students behind because they got to take a graduation test in a couple months. So, I mean, this is different.
So have your issue with me. Have whatever issue. The goal was to never be like, have your issue with me, but let's not ignore the message that is actually being shown to you in real time. But it is a little crazy to me. We are currently living in an era right now. There's a viral trend going on where parents are locking their toddlers into bathrooms so they can curse and do this, that, and the third. But it's baffling to me is that we will take the time and the energy to set up a camera for our kids to curse into them, but we have not read to them. We have not.
Woo! And he is snapping, because there was a trend on TikTok where people leave their kids in the bathroom and say, oh, you get one free curse word, and they want to see what their kid does. And you know, single mothers, black women are taking this video and posting it all on TikTok, thinking it's funny, hee hee, ha ha ha, kikiing and stuff. But they are failing their children and leaving them behind.
Worked with them. We have not pulled out a book with them. You know what I'm saying? That's baffling to me. Then on top of that, some of y'all are working so hard and, you know, doing all of these things to try to get rid of me, which is fine. I have no problem with going. But where does that leave your child? Nobody's savior. I'm not the best teacher in the world. They can go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But if the data is being shown that, you know, there's no assistance elsewhere, why are we so determined to get rid of somebody who's actually working hand in hand to, you know, ensure our students' growth? That I don't understand it. Then you have other educators, former educators, or, you know, posting schools, just because y'all so mad at me, you are posting schools endangering kids' lives because you have a problem with me. Let's pick a fight. Now, there are several videos, and I'll probably just clip it in right here. There are several videos where I have asked the students, why can't I talk to you like this? Why can't I address you like this? Why can't I talk to you like a normal human being? Unfortunately, working in urban settings, kids only respond to the language that they're used to. So that's again, not my fault. But taking accountability here, I think that's also a problem. We always want to place blame. Everybody wants to pay. Oh, it's the teacher fault. Oh, it's the parent fault. Oh, it's the system fault. If everybody takes accountability for their own actions, I promise y'all we will be in a much better situation. Because we know the system is failing. We know the system has failed them. We have known this for years. How long are we going to use that as an excuse before we actually stand up and do something about it? How long? How long would y'all like to wait? It's almost like y'all would rather be mad at me than be mad at the reason that I even have to do this. Why is it that I even have to do this? Why do I have to show y'all Why do I have to show y'all this? Why?
Right.
Just me. Why are hundreds, thousands of teachers stitching, supporting, telling y'all the exact same thing is going on in their classrooms as well? Why do we have to do this? Why? Let's not blame the system. We already knew the system was broken. What's next? What's the next step? And we could take the kids out. There are adults, Google it. There are adults who don't read past the 6th grade level. I don't have to be in the classroom to advocate for kids. This will probably be my last. Everybody wish could possibly be granted sooner than you think.
Wow. So you hear the brother saying he's tapped out on teaching these young black kids because nothing is helping, nothing is working. When the parents are not parenting and they are essentially teaching their kids to be, you know, bad in school and have bad attitudes and can't nobody tell me nothing and the teacher can't tell you nothing because she ain't your mama, then this is the result we get. And we have brothers who actually care, you know, brothers who are trying to do their best to reach out to the youth, getting discouraged and, you know, going on about their business because, well, there's nothing I can do when the parents are not setting that foundation at home.
This probably will be my last year in the classroom. I know I don't have to be in the classroom to advocate for students, you know, so, and that's my goal. I really do want to advocate for our youth. I want better for them at the end of the day, regardless of whether y'all believe that or not. I just wanted to first come up to y'all and let y'all know that I've read y'all comments, I've taken some constructive criticism, and I'm going to apply it. If I made you feel some type of way, I do apologize. For those of teachers, supporters, friends, family who support me, thank y'all, love y'all, keep supporting me. I do have an ebook coming out soon for parents who want to learn how to bridge that gap for their students at home, for parents who really want more for their child. I do have an ebook coming for y'all soon, so be on the lookout for that. Love y'all. I love what I do. I'm gonna always stand 10 toes behind for myself and for my students. I'm gonna always advocate for my students. I know y'all may not like of how I said it, but let's not ignore the message just because you don't like the messenger. Now I do want to leave y'all with this. Yeah, this is not student data. I went and blurred out all the student data. This is my data. Let's read. Percentage of students who met or exceeded their projected RIT score, 73.7%. The next column, percentage of projected growth met. This is the percentage of growth that I have had for my students.
So he's just proving his credentials and proving how good of a teacher he is. But even with that, it still doesn't solve the problems that most young black kids are facing in the schools today. Even with an outstanding teacher who is exceeding expectations, because we know, you know, when it comes to standardized testing in the black community, we have a much lower score as far as those who are passing and you know, going on to the next grade based off of merit. Now, there are people who are being pushed to the next grade just because, and I think that's wrong. But ever since No Child Left Behind, kids are kind of just pushed on even if they fail.
127.8%. So whether or not you like me, you like my message, you like anything about that, the numbers don't lie. Your kids in my classroom are going to grow regardless, whether you like me or not. I'm sorry. I love y'all. Go read a book to your child. Come read a book to me too, because baby,
And you hear him. He's trying to get these parents to hold their children accountable, but it's falling on deaf ears.
I need a break.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.